take a minute today on what has turned out to be a sunny day in northern Minnesota to tell you a little bit about Lavender Lune Yarn Company. We are located in, like I said, northern Minnesota, kind of central northern Minnesota. It officially started about 13 years ago just as Lavender Lune. My oldest daughter was just born, and I decided to start an Etsy shop. So I think at that time I was making baby blankets and other sewn items. When my son, who is now 9, was born, I started a crochet business under the same name. The baby blanket thing kind of quickly went away. There was a bit of a break, and then I started crocheting baby photo props. So that was a time when it was really common to have newborn photos taken with your babies wearing whatever hobby you were into. So I was crocheting cowboy booties, cowboy hats, hockey skate booties. I actually have written a couple crochet patterns. I think they're still on Ravelry. I kind of left that whole crochet business behind. I guess it was probably a couple years after that started. I think I did that for maybe about 3 years total. And then my youngest son was born, and it was a little after his birth that I decided to try dyeing yarn. I knew that I always loved dyeing anything. When I was a kid, I loved to tie-dye. I remember that being a big thing and a big deal, and I did it whenever I could. So I thought, I don't know, this yarn dyeing thing sounds pretty cool. I mean, I've always been a knitter. I probably more seriously picked it up again. I haven't thought about these times for a while, I guess. It was when we moved up here, truthfully. So we've lived up here for 7 years now. So it was about that time I thought, I'm gonna knit a sock. That was kind of, I guess, a big leap for me, because previously I had only, done scarves, maybe a hat, but I decided to jump 2 feet in, almost literally, and make a pair of socks. They didn't go very far. I quickly jumped to a shawl, which I had never thought of knitting before in my life, and kind of took off from there. So, I was a knitter. I knew what hand-dyed yarn was. I knew what indie-dyed yarn was. I just decided to start it, see what happened, take a leap of faith, and see what happened. And truthfully, my thought about it when I started it was it's just for fun. I don't intend for it to be a business. If it becomes not fun at any point, I will just stop. But it's truthfully never slowed down yet, which of course is fantastic. We live on a 5-acre farm. I call it a farm. We have 2 horses here. We have several chickens, ducks. We hatched our first ducks this summer. So we have 4 babies who I will possibly pop a little photo in, but they don't look like babies anymore. They definitely look like bigger ducks. We have 2 rabbits, and then, the usual cats and dogs in the house as well. Part of our land clearly is very woodsy, which I love, especially this time of year. It is just beautiful when the trees start to change color out here. This year, for Indie Untangled, I am bringing in several new bases. Part of this is because of our great yarn shortage of 2020 here. And a little bit because that was my plan this year. I wanted to experiment and find some other bases that were just a little bit different than, the person next to me, I guess, really. So I will showcase those at the end of this video. There will be a little guide to those new bases. Of course, if you join me for the Zoom sessions as well, I will go into much greater detail and be able to show you, car driving by, show you, just a little bit more about the colorways along with the bases. The colorways this year are all a collection. This is the first time I've done this for a show where I have created a collection and dyed those colors across all of these new bases. This fall, the collection is called Mothwing Chronicles. My color inspirations were moths, which seems a little funny for us knitters, but truthfully, moths I find to be very beautiful, very fall-like in their colors. So I created 8 new colors based on that. Those, you can find more information about those even now on my Instagram. Of course, there will be other things. I mean, I'm always experimenting and playing. I've had several pans of, new colors not associated with the Mothwing Chronicles, being dyed right now. So there will be, across the board, all new colors for Indie Untangled. So definitely, you'll want to check those out for sure. I am very excited for Indie Untangled to get here. I'm very excited to see you guys and to talk to you on the Zooms. Definitely send me messages if you have questions, if you need anything. Anywhere, really. I mean, you can send me direct messages on Instagram, you can email. Just go ahead and ask away.